Good afternoon, this is Evan with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital inspection out here on a concrete tile roof here. Wanted to point out a few things as I do this inspection. First off, I did confirm that this roof has recently been replaced just 6 months ago. Confirmed that by seeing the condition of the underlayment underneath. They used 2 layers of felt paper underlayment. That underlayment should be good for a long time. So that's a good sign. Another good sign is you have, which also shows a recent installation, is this is a fresh mortar cap, which obviously protects the area where the ridge meets. One thing I noticed though is this was a lift and reset project, which means that the roofing company lifted up all the tile, replaced the underlayment, and then installed the tile back over it. So we do lift and resets all the time, but on this project I am seeing that the seams are stacked, and what I mean by that is the tile was laid down with these seams stacked right directly on top of each other, and that is not industry standard. Industry standard these days is to actually stagger these seams. I looked around to see if I could see an example here, and on this roof you can see how the seams are staggered. So you see here, here, and here how those seams are not actually stacked on top of each other, but this company did that here. It's just something I pointed out. You also have the solar system on this roof. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 panels on this roof that were installed. And I did notice that, I'm not sure if they used the same company or a different company to remove and reinstall the solar, but they used the same original standoffs. So you can see, let's get a closer look here. The old way to install solar with these standoffs is to drill straight through the tile and into the roof from there. This has proven to be problematic after 10 to 15 years, and the company that they selected for this job reused that same method here. Modern installation practices always use flashings for their solar installations, and then you can see on the conduit, same thing. They installed directly through the material instead of using flashings. And in addition, these penetration flashings look to have been recently resealed. You can see that. I'm not sure if they used new flashings or if they just painted over the original ones. Another thing that I found interesting that I've actually never seen before is the roofing company / solar company, whichever one it was, installed an area of titanium peel and stick. So this is a type of underlayment that is rated for 50 years instead of like the felt paper that was used, the 2 layers of that. This roof was installed with 2 layers of felt paper underlayment, but this peel and stick material, I've never seen it installed in this way directly above a solar installation. So I'm not sure why they chose to do this. Possibly to reseal this area where the solar meets the roof on these standoffs on top. I'm not sure. One thing that I am sure about though is this peel and stick material should not be directly exposed to sunlight here. You can see more of that stacked, the seams are stacked here instead of staggered. The valleys are opened up really well. We do prefer to expand these valleys just like this company did here. This allows debris and water to flow freely off the roof instead of building up. So valleys look good, those check out. And the company used new valley metal. The skylight looks to have been installed and integrated properly, so that checks out. You have the Z-bar flashing that looks to be in good shape, new valley metal to direct water flow. I do like to see that. I want to point out that they used the same standoff, and instead of using flashings, they used the same material and just resealed around it, which over time proved to be a very temporary fix. I would be concerned about this area. And again, with this peel and stick material, I'm not sure if they installed that under the solar or not. In addition, you have a new 2-inch drip edge installed around the entire perimeter, so that checks out and that's up to code. However, on the front of the house and on the perimeter of the house, I did not see a bird stop. A bird stop is building code and required by building code when you do roof installation. So for some reason, the roofing company did skip that step. The bird stop is a metal flashing right directly underneath the tile to cover areas to protect against fire, embers, and of course birds. And then another thing I noticed, you can see under these ridge caps, this is actually pretty safely covered, which I like to see. There's nothing covering this area. Usually we like to see a plastic material, silicone or mortar, but this area is pretty well covered. And there's that, here's an example of what I'm talking about. So here's this brand new 2-inch drip edge. This checks out, this is up to code. And then this area is where bird stops should have been installed up to code. So you can see the brand new underlayment there, but you don't see that bird stop. So that was a step that they missed. So my conclusion after doing this video and inspecting this roof is that the roof was definitely replaced, but multiple steps were skipped. It was not the most professional job that I have seen. And so unfortunately what that means for the roof is that it just will not last as long as it is a regular concrete tile roof installation is expected to last. That's it for my video. I'll make sure I get this out to the homeowner and realtor. Thank you.